My name's Justin. I'm a videographer, entertainer, and I love to eat. I'm not a classically trained chef, so believe me when I say that the things that I show you here Tempura is a delicious food that many people have when they go out to Japanese restaurants. It's a treat, but why not just make it at home? It's very simple and would be a great dish for an evening dinner. Tempura was actually introduced by the Portuguese in the 16th century. It's a delicious dish that can be used as a main course or as a side dish to one. For this, we're going to use some sweet potatoes, jumbo shrimp, mushrooms, kabocha, eggplant, and onion. Now normally this many ingredients would be enough for an entire dinner party, and normally you would probably use only the shrimp and 2 or 3 veg, but since I'm showing you how to cook all these, that's why I have so many vegetables here. So let's prepare our veggies and fish. The sweet potatoes and eggplant we're going to cut across at a slight angle to get bigger slices. Then we're going to soak them in cold water just like this. Now what this will do is that this is going to keep our vegetables from soaking up too much oil. And you're going to be wanting to keep them in the water for 15 to 30 minutes at least. The kabocha we're going to cut in half and then take out all the seeds and stuff. Kabocha is a Japanese squash that tastes very much like a pumpkin. You don't need to peel the outside of the squash. You can leave it on there as long as you wash the outside very thoroughly. We'll then cut it in half again and then make 3 to 5 millimeter slices and soak those as well. Now it may seem like a waste to just use a few pieces of this squash, but there's actually a lot more you can do with it. You can scoop out the innards and roast the seeds for a nice little snack. You can fill it with honey and lots of butter and roast it 400 degrees for about 40 minutes. That's delicious too. Or you can slice even more slices off of it and grill them along with your hamburgers. It makes a great burger topping. The onions are going to be cut thick. We're not going to use all of them, just some. The rest we will baggie and put in the fridge for dinner tomorrow. For the jumbo shrimp, after a quick rinse off, we're going to take off the shells and take out the nasty bits. I grab the legs and pull to one side. That helps the shells to come off. If you accidentally take the tail off too, well then don't worry, it'll still taste good. Then just take out the inner vein and you'll be all ready to go. Now let's get our oil all heated up. So we're going to get a deep pan with tall sides and get our cooking oil. We're looking for it to be pretty darn hot here, about 350 degrees. I'm using vegetable oil here, but feel free to use peanut oil if you want. Make sure you get about 1.5 to 2 inches of depth. Now then, while that's heating up, we're going to start making our tempura batter. For this, we're going to need 1 cup of tempura flour, 1 cup of cold water, and 1 egg. The colder the water here, the better. We're going to beat the 1 egg, then add the water, and then add in our flour. And in fact, you really don't want to beat the batter smooth here, just until it's mixed. Lumpy is good. Now to see if our oil is hot enough, and if you don't have a thermometer that you can use, just drop in a very tiny bit of batter. If it instantly rises to the top, then your oil is hot enough. We're going to take our veggies and cook those first. We're looking to make them cook for just a short time, just until the batter gets a light golden color. Then we'll flip them like this. You will honestly not cook them too long, maybe a minute on each side at the very most, and then plate them on a paper towel to absorb any excess cooking oil. I said it before and I will say it again, you do not want to cook this too long. You want to cook it until the tempura batter becomes a very light golden brown and light and crispy. If you cook it too long, the vegetables will absorb way too much oil and they'll become soggy and not tasty. Having said that, you'll probably want to cook your eggplant and your onions last so that while they're sitting for the rest of the vegetables and the fish to get cooked, they won't get soggy by absorbing too much oil from just sitting there. After we cook all the veggies, now we're going to batter and cook the shrimp. We cook them last so that the veggies don't get any fishy taste to them. While they cook, you can definitely take some of the tempura batter bits and kind of gather them around your shrimp to make your food more crunchy. Serve it all with a nice soy sauce dip. To make it, use 6 tablespoons of cold water to 2 tablespoons of mirin and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Mix it all in a small bowl and you're good. Tempura is a nice dish that may seem like an extravagance, but it can be made for parties or just when you want to treat yourself to something. The crunchy textures and delicious veggies make a wonderful treat that you will definitely want to make more often. And wouldn't you know it, I forgot to use my mushrooms. See, that's a problem with having way too many ingredients. You might forget to use one. But you know what? We've still got tempura batter and we've still got nice hot oil. And there's always room for more tempura.